Talky when I introduced the freaking Boruto.
Yeah, and so it's just like, and so if I want to just assume what Ikimoto said isn't just, ignoring Kodachi, just for the sake of it, the best way I can think of it is basically Ikimoto made the decision, we're going to introduce Kawaki. Like, I want that to happen in this arc. We're going to do the Kawaki arc.
Yeah.
And then Kodachi's role would be, okay, I'm going to write in the plot how Kawaki is introduced, and so on and so forth. And that would make sense to me, because that makes sense with the whole Kodachi's role is the more delicate, specific part of the script, the specific plot points, and so on. That would make sense, but it is entirely possible that it really was Kodachi's decision too. But I want to give him credit for it and just say, okay, maybe he said, I want to introduce him now, and maybe I want to explore the parent-child theme even. But Kodachi's the guy who wrote in the plot how that's all going to happen, and, and so on, and the dialogue to tell the story, and, all that jazz.
Playing devil's advocate, I also have like another bad interpretation, which is pretty realistic. It might be the case that it could be like editor shenanigans in the same way that happened to Kishimoto going into the tuning exams. For Kishimoto had more arcs before he was going to start the tuning exams, but instead is like, hey, this tuning exam, that's going to be like popular. Just like skip those arcs. And so, and so I feel like Kodachi Ikimoto could have been like, hey, that like OW arc, it's like cool and all, but like, once you get to the Kawaki part, like, screw your next arc. Like Kawaki's gonna be popular, so let's just, for the sake of the numbers.
Yeah.
It feels this way because transitioning from the OW arc to the Kawaki arc feels jarring and weird and random. It's like a bad time to have the airship crash, I guess.
It's weird because, the OW arc, it's not the transition from the OW arc to the Kawaki arc, because they really just blend into each other. Like I was just looking for the airship. They're finding it at the end of the end of the arc. They find Kawaki and all that, and then you start the Kawaki arc. So I don't think that's necessarily jarring.
I don't know. I could just imagine Ikimoto's like, hey, I know you have like this idea to have an airship crash and Kawaki's in it. Let's just have this happen like now. Like, I don't care where you are in this. Just do it now.
I think if anything, the more jarring would be going from Mujina Bandits to Kara, because obviously it's really the simplest. All they really did is in chapter 15 is just have Shojoji say Kara. It's not like, it's not like it was anything crazy. It just happens right then. It just happens because that's when the airship crashed at any random time. But I don't think going from once you started the OW arc, and because the vessel crashed, I don't think it's jarring going from OW arc to Kawaki arc, because it blends together. It's more just the fact that Bullet crashed in the first place, which is starting the OW arc.
Yeah, but like they're going from OW to fighting the random robots, and then someone took out all the robots, and there's an unconscious boy, and it's just like, yeah, I get like it flows seamlessly. I didn't like it, bro. I don't know. Too random.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think it was that jarring, personally.
Okay, maybe. It wasn't like this for the Land of Waves to the tuning exams, but like it very easily could have felt like this as well. Where it's like they're just jumping ahead randomly, like 10 months or whatever. Like, all right, we completed 40 missions, Kakashi. Let's do the tuning exams, and then like the very next chapter, they're already taking the written test or something. Like you go from Kakashi's Zabuza's death to the very next chapter. Naruto's on the 10th question. How do we get here?
Well, personally, to me, it's more like the end of the Land of Waves is just Naruto entering the exam room, and then you start the tuning exams. That's how I view it, because
That's funny.
The vessel arc is them looking for the airship, and Ao is also looking for the air. I know the original mission isn't the to find the airship, but it becomes that in the middle when they kind of like overlap. So then they're looking for the airship. So is Ao, and what happens at the end of the arc? They find the airship. So to me, it's almost like if the Land of Waves was about entering the Chunin exams room.
I know the perfect way to do this. The Land of Waves mission the entire time, the whole reason they got Konoha is because the Land of Waves wanted to host the tuning exams on that bridge this year.
Yeah. There you go. That's what it's like.